So Counter-Strike has never done something like this before for CS2, but they announced the next update before releasing it, and there's gonna be multiple major things it will change and add. That's not just straight replacing Vertigo in the active duty map pool. Yesterday at 4:15 p.m. PST, the official Twitter account put out this tweet saying Premier's Season 2 begins next week, whatever day that might be, most likely a Wednesday I would guess, and then a link to a blog page that explains more. But yeah, basically confirming the end of Season 1 finally, and that's just part of it. So for this video, I want to talk about exactly everything that should be coming with this update, along with some more stuff that's leaked, like the new anti-cheat we've all been waiting for way too long. Now, before I get into everything, let me give a quick shout out to today's video sponsor, SkinsMonkey, so I can pay my rent this month. SkinsMonkey is hands down one of the best bot trading sites you can use with Counter-Strike skins. Say you want to upgrade some of your current skins to get something better, this would be the perfect site to do that with. You can also straight up buy skins too, and with their 35% deposit bonus plus my code, it gives anyone quite a nice balance to work with. There's even free giveaways you can enter and rewards for completing simple tasks on the site. Get started with a free $5 using my link in the description below. Alright, with that all out of the way, some of you guys may remember that back when CS2 first released, it was leaked within the game code through various data miners that we would get a new Premier season every 6 months. And obviously that hasn't happened. It's been over 2 years since Season 1 technically started, and we're just now getting the announcement of Season 2. Now the good thing is it's looking like from here on out, things are going to change to actually go along with that 6-month schedule or whatever you would want to call it. Because at the end of the blog post that's linked in that tweet, they specifically say this new Season 2 will end at the end of Major Austin, or aka the end of June, which if it doesn't, fall into Valve time, means that Season 3 will come halfway through 2025. As the blog post also explains, I guess every player who earned a rating or elo during that Season 1, whatever you want to call it, will get a commemorative Season 1 medal, which I guess it's going to look like this, the one that's in potentially my thumbnail and also in this post right here. I guess it'll show up in your inventory just like any other normal medal, but you'll be able to click on it and then see a detailed look at your statistics for Season 1. Again, that's also what this image is showing here, and if we take a slightly closer look at this, you'll see it displays your highest elo that you got to during that time, and even though this is kind of pixelated and it's a little hard to make out what everything is, it looks like you're going to be able to see your stats for each and every map there towards the bottom, and that will have KD, kills, damage, all of that, along with the graph of how your rating changed. This is really similar to Leadify's. It looks like in between those two, you've got your amount of matches played. Again, another stat from Leadify. I personally use Leadify a lot, that's why I'm comparing it to that. And then at the very top, you'll have season stats with the amount of matches you've played, how many wins, ties, and losses, and then you're just overall KD, kills, all of that kind of info. According to Game Follower as well, one of the data miners, they're gonna also use this same medal for the end of Season 2, of course with, a 2 replacing the 1. And even though it's gonna be the same medal, supposedly it will have a specific color look to whichever rating, whichever highest rating you managed to get. So like if you made it into pink or red elo, the badge would be, silver and pink or silver and red. Pretty cool, pretty exciting to know that's coming. I know a lot of people are probably thinking right now, why are they even putting time and effort into Premiere when it's full of cheaters? I don't play Premiere because it's full of cheaters. I'm gonna also get to that in a second, but besides just the Premiere changes, we're also gonna get a price reduction for the M4A4. They're gonna change it to the 2900, same as the A1S, and supposedly the same thing's gonna happen to the FAMAS. It's gonna become slightly cheaper, even though it's unknown by how much at the minute, but there's also gonna be improvements to standing and crouching accuracy. Again, we don't really know exactly what this is going to be or what this is gonna be like yet, but that's kind of cool to see because it could end up being a really good budget option if you need to save but still want to buy a rifle and not specifically an SMG or something. I know as a fact, some people, including myself, are definitely wondering about the Armory. Like, what are they gonna do with the Armory pass? We already got the removal of the heat-treated deagle, so like, are they gonna replace it with something? And most likely, there's going to be some change, some update, some addition to the Armory pass within this coming update. It could be a new case, new skin collections, new sticker capsules, or even new agent patches. But what I'm willing to bet money on that's gonna happen is they're just gonna add simply a new limited time item. I don't know if it's gonna be another heat-treated skin, but my best guess is they're gonna add something to replace that deagle heat-treat, and then it'll be there for 3 months, the same amount of time that it was before. But now going back to the topic of the anti-cheat, VAClive 3.0 that they've supposedly been working on the past 2 years. Valve's supposedly been testing and making progress on this. And here's the thing, Valve's confidence around Premier's Season 2 so long after Season 1 started is leading the community to believe that VACnet 3.0 will most likely be rolling out in some form with this new season. Because otherwise people are just not going to play it. Everyone knows how big of a problem cheaters can be, especially in high elo. We know they've been testing it on and off in kind of some weird random ways. And I'm sure some of you guys have seen those posts on Twitter, or you maybe even have experienced it yourself where a game's been canceled due to suspicious gameplay or, you know, something like that. But it's never been consistent. Like, they just turn it on randomly for a couple hours at a time, maybe a couple minutes at a time, and then it's just off. They're most likely doing that because for the people who make Counter-Strike cheats, they don't want them to get any idea of what VACnet 3.0 or this supposed new anti-cheat they're working on. They don't want them to know how it's gonna work, you know, all the behind the scenes to it. So randomly testing it very inconsistently without any pattern, supposedly that's why they're doing that. Again, I gotta give a shout out to Gabe Follower. His new video in the second half of it, he explains some of this really, really well. And instead of just copying it into this video, if you guys want to see what he has to say, definitely go check that out. But all in all, this is what we know right now. This update is going to be something that's pretty exciting, and hopefully it's going to make the game a lot better, especially for Premiere. Like, yeah, we get a new season, but the anti-cheat is something I'm really, really hopeful for. Anyways, though, that about wraps up this video. If you guys did make it this far, definitely make sure you guys drop a like, and of course, subscribe if you're new. And yeah, with all that said, now whatever video is showing on your screen, the algorithm thinks you might like. So do me a favor and go click on it.